Hello everyone! Today, we're diving into the fascinating world of mythical creatures, specifically the elusive and dangerous mimic. Imagine an ordinary object, a treasure chest, a door, or even a beautiful woman, suddenly revealing sharp teeth and a hungry tongue. That's a mimic. These cunning monsters disguise themselves as everyday items, luring unsuspecting adventurers to their doom. They are masters of deception, often found in dungeons and forgotten ruins, waiting for their next meal. Stay vigilant, for not everything is as it seems. Ever ventured into a deep, dark dungeon, your torchlight flickering against damp stone walls? You round a corner and see it, a magnificent, jewel-encrusted chest. Your heart leaps, riches, glory. You reach out, your fingers just inches away, and then the teeth appear. Congratulations, you've just met a mimic. But what if I told you that the classic treasure chest is just the beginning? What if the real danger isn't the box, but the beautiful woman beckoning you from across the tavern, the sturdy door promising safety, or even the shiny gold coin lying innocently on the cobblestones? Today, we're diving deep into the terrifyingly deceptive world of the mimic, exploring its many forms, its cunning hunting tactics, and how you, a budding adventurer, can hopefully tell the difference before it's too late. So, what exactly is a mimic? At its core, a mimic is a shape-shifting predator. It's not just a creature that hides inside an object. The object asterisk is asterisk the creature. Its natural form is often described as an amorphous, lumpy mass of protoplasm with a mottled gray or brown color, perfect for blending into the shadows of a cave. It has several small, stalked eyes that it can reposition to peer out from its disguise. But you'll rarely, if ever, see a mimic in this state. Why? Because its entire survival strategy is built on deception. Mimics are masters of what's called aggressive mimicry. In the natural world, this is when a predator imitates something harmless or even desirable to lure its prey. Think of the anglerfish with its glowing lure. Mimics take this to a whole new level. They can alter their pigmentation, texture, and shape to perfectly replicate inanimate objects, wood grain, metal sheen, the worn texture of stone. They can copy it all. This transformation isn't just a surface-level illusion. Their very flesh becomes the object. Their primary motivation is simple: food. Mimics are patient hunters. They'll find a promising spot, a frequently traveled corridor in a dungeon, a busy marketplace, a cozy-looking room in an inn, and assume a tempting form. Then, they wait. Their metabolism is incredibly slow, allowing them to remain perfectly still for days, weeks, or even years, waiting for the perfect moment. When a victim comes close, drawn in by the disguise, the mimic strikes. Pseudopods, which are temporary limbs made of its own adhesive body mass, shoot out to grab the prey. The surface of the mimic is coated in a powerful, glue-like slime. Once you touch it, you're stuck. Escape becomes nearly impossible. Then, the object you thought you were interacting with splits open to reveal a horrifying maw filled with needle-sharp teeth, ready to consume its trapped meal. Now, let's talk about the classic, the treasure chest mimic. This is the archetype for a reason. Dungeons are filled with adventurers looking for loot. What could be more alluring than a chest promising treasure? The mimic plays on greed, the most common of adventurer failings. It will often position itself in a place of prominence, maybe at the end of a long hallway or on a pedestal, making it seem even more important. Some particularly cunning mimics might even place a few real coins or a minor magic item on top of or near themselves to really sell the illusion. The moment an adventurer tries to open the lock or lift the lid, the trap is sprung. But limiting our understanding to treasure chests is a fatal mistake. A savvy adventurer learns to suspect every chest. Truly savvy adventurer learns to suspect everything. Consider the door mimic. You've just fought your way through a horde of goblins. You're wounded, exhausted, and you see a sturdy oak door ahead. Safety, a moment's rest. You reach for the handle, and it sticks to your hand. The door itself warps and bends, the wood grain twisting into a screaming face as the entire frame lunges at you. Door mimics are insidious because they prey on our desire for security and passage. They block the way forward or offer a false escape, turning a moment of relief into a sudden, terrifying ambush. And it gets smaller and more subtle. What about a potion mimic? A small, brightly colored bottle sits on an alchemist's shelf. You're low on health and desperate for a healing draft. You uncork it, Raise it to your lips, and instead of a life-saving elixir, a sticky tentacle shoots down your throat. Or the weapon rack mimic, you see a gleaming sword or a powerful-looking axe, a clear upgrade from your current weapon. You grab it, and the entire rack comes alive, the other weapons fusing into it as it attempts to crush you. Even a simple object like a chair, a ladder, a pile of sacks, or a well-placed lever can be a mimic. They prey on convenience and necessity. In the heart of a dungeon, you need to use your environment. But what if the environment itself wants to eat you? That's the psychological terror the mimic employs. It erodes your trust in reality. Now, let's venture out of the dungeon and into civilization, where the disguises become even more complex and terrifying. This is where we encounter the greater mimic, or as some lore calls them, the house hunter mimic. These are older, larger, and far more intelligent than their common cousins. A common mimic might imitate a single object, but a greater mimic can imitate an entire structure. Imagine stumbling upon a cozy-looking cottage in the woods. Smoke curls from the chimney, a warm light glows in the window. You're lost, cold, and hungry. It seems like salvation. You step inside, the door swinging shut behind you with a wet, squelching thud. The floor becomes soft and sticky, the walls begin to ripple and close in. The entire house is one gigantic organism, and you've just walked into its stomach. These house hunters can even create illusory interiors, tables laden with food, a crackling fire, all designed to make you feel safe until it's too late. But perhaps the most chilling and controversial form of mimic is the one that imitates not just objects, but living beings. While many scholars argue that true mimics can only replicate inanimate things, tales persist of a far more sinister variant. Let's call them doppelganger mimics for clarity, though they operate differently from true doppelgangers. These mimics don't just copy a form, they create a perfect, alluring lure. The most famous example is the mimic disguised as a beautiful woman. Picture this: a weary knight enters a tavern. He's been on the road for weeks. Across the room, he sees a stunning woman who smiles and beckons him over. She's charming, witty, and everything he could desire. He leans in for a kiss, and her face splits open into a vortex of teeth. This form is terrifying because it preys not just on greed or need, but on loneliness, desire, and the fundamental human need for connection. It's the ultimate betrayal. These mimics are incredibly intelligent. They can mimic speech, laughter, and complex social cues. They don't just wait for you to touch them. They actively engage you, manipulate you, and lead you to your doom in a private room or a secluded alley. Some stories even suggest they can maintain this facade for days, slowly isolating their chosen victim from their companions before revealing their true nature. So, with all these terrifying possibilities, how in the world do you survive an encounter with a mimic? How do you tell what's real? Here are a few tips that might just save your life. First, the classic: poke it with a 10-foot pole. There's wisdom in this old adage. Never rush in. Maintain your distance and test suspicious objects before you touch them. A sharp tap with a pole, a thrown rock, or a quick prod with a sword from a safe distance can sometimes be enough to trigger a reaction from a less patient mimic. Second, use your senses, but be critical. Does that wooden chest smell faintly of ozone or strange chemicals? Does the metal handle on that door feel strangely warm to the touch? Is that pile of straw completely, unnaturally dry despite the dampness of the cave? Mimics are good, but they aren't always perfect. Look for the small inconsistencies. A perfect, brand new chest in an ancient, dusty tomb should be a massive red flag. Third, trust your instincts, but verify them. The world of an adventurer is one where paranoia is a survival trait. That gut feeling that something is off is often your subconscious noticing details you missed. If a room feels too perfect to stage, it probably is. Fourth, for the more magically inclined, certain spells can be lifesavers. A simple detect magic might reveal a strange aura on an otherwise mundane object. A detect thought spell cast in the vicinity might pick up the rudimentary, predatory intelligence of a lurking mimic. A singular thought of hungry food wait. Fifth, chemical solutions can be effective. Mimics are made of a biological substance, and certain solvents or acids can damage their adhesive slime or even harm them directly. Many adventuring guilds sell vials, mimic solvent for this very purpose. A splash of this on a suspicious object might cause it to recoil or reveal its true nature. Similarly, fire is a good deterrent. Most creatures don't enjoy being set on fire, and a mimic is no exception. Finally, when all else fails and you find yourself stuck, don't just pull. Remember, their adhesive is incredibly strong. Trying to yank yourself free will likely just tear your skin or dislocate a limb. Instead, the trick is to try and break the mimic's concentration. A sudden, sharp blow to one of its vulnerable eyes, if you can see one, or a powerful magical attack might cause it to release its grip in pain. The world is full of dangers, but the mimic represents a unique and personal threat. It turns the very environment against you, transforming treasure into terror, safety into a trap, and desire into death. It teaches the harshest lesson an adventurer can learn: trust nothing. So the next time you see a tempting prize, take a moment, take a deep breath, and maybe, just maybe, give it a good hard kick before you try to open it. Thanks for joining us on this deep dive into the world of mimics. If you enjoyed this guide to not getting eaten, be sure to hit that like button, subscribe, and ring the bell so you don't miss our next adventure into the deadliest creatures of fantasy. Stay safe out there, and always check your loot.